Yeah, hello, wonderful Stellania family. Here is a quick one, but this is going to be a long duration course. And I want you to understand something. This is a premium course, but I have to release it for people. Yes, I have to release it for you guys for free, but it's not going to complete, you know, because there are some next phases. If you see the headlines, 100% Fiverr account and quick order strategy. Uh, 100% clean IP is going to be discussed here. How you can create accounts 100% eligible, no issue, no problems. I want you to stay tuned to that. I want you to understand that. Uh, and how it's going to help. Why do we even need 100% Fiverr account IP cleaned? How does it affect our account performance? We are going to treat it here today. Many people have been in the issue of I'm not making money, I'm not making a dime after doing this, after staying online. Some people run external traffic, but with all their effort, things are not really working at all. You sell on a low competitive niche, not working at all. You sell on high competitive niche, nothing is working. Why are you having all this problem? It is very simple. It is from a problems that I discussed and I've trained you guys on last year called shadow ban or what is called algorithm limitation. Algorithm limitation. Now, let me explain something. Normally, many people have been creating accounts. You have been selling on Fiverr for the past 1 to 2 years, 3 years. But the actual problem is that the way you are selling 3 years ago, 4 years ago, is now totally different, 100% different. Let me tell you something. I 1 to 2 weeks ago, Fiverr made an update. I think they make 4 updates consecutively under 4 days. Why? There is a problem. A platform like that, number one platform in the whole world, and there is a loopholes. You understand all the loopholes. Withdrawal, using foreign account, changing number, this and that. There is a loopholes. It is affecting them. It is affecting. So they don't have to relent when it comes to making the security tighter. Some people are having multiple accounts. From the onset of Fiverr, they said they don't want multiple accounts. They said they don't want multiple accounts at all. Why? They know their platform is going to be oversaturated. It's a common thing. If I do something here, I make 1,000 and I want to make more, I want to become a millionaire. That means I have to do times 6 times 10 times 20 of this thing. That's why from their onset, from Fiverr day one, they hate multiple accounts. Some of us, with the strategy, with our practice, with our team, we cannot afford one PC per each team member. We are using one PC. To you, you have one account. To Fiverr is a multiple account because on that PC, I don't want you to skip, I don't want you to fast forward. If it takes us 1 hour, please just take your time, wait, learn everything from A to Z so that you can really understand how this platform is working. What is the problem? So that you will not be complaining. You will not be complaining. Fiverr algorithm is still supporting new accounts, creating new accounts today, getting order in 1 to 2 weeks. In the next 1 to 2 weeks, the algorithm is still working like that. Mostly, if you check online how to make quick order, what they will be telling you is that if you want to be making quick order on Fiverr, keyword, you make use of the Fiverr auto suggestion keyword. Some of you are even using premium tools. Yes, that is the secret of every marketplace. Keyword carries 40%. But why are you failing? Everything is going to be discussed here. When we are talking about Fiverr, Fiverr expects you to be new, no relationship with any users that is on their platform, no IP shared. All those factors, you guys are really trying about that. Some of you will get VPN, some of you will you make use of all this extension, ghost tree extension, web accuracy control extension, location guard extension, you block origin extension. Even some people will add a lot of extension that they will be even fighting each other just because they want to stay safe. But there is a secret in this thing. You are always detected. I'm telling you, I've dedicated many months of research, quality research, and I'm going to show you some things to make you know that there is a problem. If you create your account today, your impression in the first 14 days, I'm still repeating, in the first 14 days, even if your account, if you don't have a good keyword, if you don't even know how to write perfect gig, if you don't know how to optimize gig, you don't know anything about it. Even if the impression starts with 5, the next day it must increase. It must not fall down at all in the next 14 days. It will never. It has to, even if there is going to be a drop, it's going to be the previous. Let's say you have 22 today, tomorrow it's going to be 22, not like it will come to 5 or it will come to 18. That is the first thing for you to know you have an LD gig. And after 14 days of creating that account, before that 14 days of creating that account, Fiverr must give you a promo. They must 100%, they must give you a promo for discount. They must. Those are the secrets. Whenever you create any country gig, just know that the impression must not come down. I'm not saying the impression should start with like 800, 1000. No. But regardless of any number it takes, the impression must not come down at all. It mustn't. It must not come down. In the next 14 days, you must have something like this. You must have a promo code like this. You must have something like this. Either you're a buyer or you are a seller. You must have something like this. 15% off. It has been tested on many accounts. It has been tested. So that for you to know that what I'm saying is true about this particular account, you can see this is June 2. If you check something here, you see June 2 here. And here, you can see when I added phone number to this account, May 20. May 20, I have some others account like that. It is tested. Everything in this course, it is tested. You can also check it online, confirm it with ChatGPT. ChatGPT might not want to be straight, thinking maybe you want to bypass a particular platform. But if you know how to ask, you can confirm from ChatGPT. Now, this is now where we are now going. You firstly need to understand 100% privacy. The secret is that why are you still using one PC to managing multiple accounts? That's the first problem. You have a team member, you have many people, they are using that one same PC. After you use VPN, you create different Chrome profile, Brave profile for every one of your team member, and you are trying your best to do this and do that. But this is the fact it's not going to work. You can bypass account approval. Just know that that one is very easy. Some of you have been doing it. You have your own strategy. Some are bypassing it with NordVPN, different kind of VPN. But this is the fact. They know where they are going to catch you. Even a top, a tier 4 company like PayPal, if you guys can be bypassing them, have a stable PayPal account, why are they still detecting? Why are they not blocking most times? Why are they not blocking 100% on the first day you create the account? This is where you need to understand many things. Bypassing Account approval is different. Ranking is different. Gig position is different. I want you to understand that. Creating 20 accounts, expecting out of the 20 accounts to be working at least one, that means you are just wasting a lot of resources. I just want you to stay tuned now. When you have your PC, there is one DNA, just like your fingerprint. You have one DNA called MAC. We call it Media Access Control. We call it MAC. MAC. You can have 10,000 Chrome profile, different Chrome profile. You can integrate different extension, different VPN. Even if you're smart enough, you can be using different Wi-Fi, different data SIM for each profile. But do you know one thing? That there is something that house all of them together. Just like in one house, you have 1,000 rooms. It's still one house. It is called MAC, Media Access Control. This MAC, there is nothing you can do, and there is something you can do. If you don't do that thing, Fiverr already knows that one traffic is coming. One one is going to know that there is one PC that has different account here. What will they do is that this is going to be the strategy. Number one, let's say you are smart enough, you are doing review, you want to be doing VVR on that account. If you do your review or your VVR, you will notice that after the first review, that you say after first order, they are going to bring verification. Verification is the first thing. Number one thing that they are going to show is the verification. They will bring verification, go and verify this account. If you are still smart enough, you can do the verification either foreign or local. After doing that, what is now going to happen is that if you continue doing your verification, you continue doing your review consistently, you continue doing it consistently, maybe you want to use the review to rank that account, you will just notice that one day, even before 30 days, you will just notice that Fiverr is going to permanently disable the account, and they are going to tell you that your activities is not in line. That is what they are going to tell you. Your activities is not in line. That is what they will tell you. And another thing is that, let's say maybe you just do your 2 to 3 review, you sleep off, maybe you stop the review. Now, what is now going to happen is that Fiverr, they will now do something. They will now limit your account. This is what they will do. You most times, when you are searching for your gig, maybe you use another PC, you now pick like 3 to 4 keywords to search for a gig. You say, I'm now on page 22, I'm now on page 23, I'm now on page 24. Do you know the problems? You are not on any page. You are not on any page. I would have shown you something I forgot to, because I don't want to use this IP to do something else. I would have shown you. Do you know that? At times when you search for typical service, let's say Shopify. If you search for Shopify, it's going to show you 82,000 plus sellers on that platform. If you now go to filter, if you filter the Shopify, if you go to Nigeria, if you click a Nigerian seller on some account, you are going to see 22,000 sellers. Sincerely speaking, if you use another, let's say another IP, fresh IP for buying account, search again, you are going to see 13,000. You are going to see 13,000 sellers. Where are the other 9,000 sellers? They are algorithm limited. This is what is happening. Most times when you pick your keyword, you did not create accounts on that IP, or you are even using that same data sim. Your data sim, you are using that same data sim, you are using it to search. Let's say you have two PC, one for your account, another one for your searching, maybe another team member, or some people will even use guests on that same account, or another Chrome profile or Brave profile to search for it, you are going to see it. Why? You are on the same IP. When real buyer now come, they know, real buyer will behave like a real buyer, new IP, everything fresh. If it's search, you are not going to be shown. Just believe that. You will now see that if maybe you are very good enough, you have a lot of experience, they are searching, you have a keyword, you will just notice that your impression increasing. Why is my impression increasing? No click, no order. Do you know what is going to be happening? Fiverr already, they limit you, but you have the keyword. You are not going to have impression, because what is impression? Impression is when people come to Fiverr, when they search, when they come to Fiverr, they search for a particular keyword. If you have that keyword, you have that keyword. If the search crawler bot, if it lists your gig amount, listen very well. It is not, it might, you might not even be seen. Maybe you're on page 99. As far as if they click on page 99, your gig is there, you are going to have the impression. Let's leave that one aside. You will now be algorithm limited. When real buyer come, you will never show, you will never be on the page. You will never. Just know that. Know that. But when you search on your end, you are going to see that you show up, because it is same IP. That's number one. It is same IP. Just believe that. Even if it is another IP, as far as you combine like 3 to 4 keywords and you are not registered, I want you to understand something. Fiverr knows who you are when you register 100%. They knows who you are 20% when you did not register. Let's say you just go to get search for a particular gig, you will show there. When you create that account on that same IP, you might still show there. But when it's something different, new PC, new data, same something different, you will not show up, because you are algorithm limited. That's why your effort. That's why most of the things you are doing is not working, and it now be like, I spent 1 year, 8 months, 5 months, I'm not getting order. Now, let me now tell you something. You will have some contradictory opinion, like in my own team, at least we have some people. Yes, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. The way all this thing is engineered, at times they pass some things, but you don't need to be working based on risk and luck. They pass some things. In fact, I've seen some people that they even create foreign accounts, no VPN, nothing, nothing. They use all this one-time code verification. The account stay. Just know that it do pass at times. Algorithm might free you. Now, let me now tell you something. This algorithm is highly developed. Let me tell you why you should not joke with when it comes to Fiverr, Upwork, and all these freelancing platforms. Even recently, Upwork before, they don't care about your review. They don't monitor review. Ask people that do review recently. Upwork is now blocking account because of review. Why? All this freelancing platform power lies on the human behavior. Let me explain something clearly to you. Why is review working? All these platforms are backed. They are backed up by the review. Let me give you an instance now. I'm going to later teach you guys something called puppeting traffic. I'm going to teach you guys automation. Do you know that you can create a gig today and the first impression can be 5,000, 10,000? It is possible. But now let me now tell you what is going to happen. If that first impression is 5,000, is a strategy. 10,000, 20,000 is continuing going like that. If that impression now, after your first 7 days, algorithm now evaluates you. Who is this person? 5,000 impression, zero click. 5,000 impression, one order. This thing is not correlating. Believe me, the gig is going to derank to zero. That is the fact. Why? They are behaving based on trust score. All your activities on Fiverr is being graded as a trust score. If you have a keyword, it has a trust score. If a buyer click on your gig, it has a trust score. If a buyer scroll up, it has a trust score. If there is a mouse movement, it has a trust score. If they order, it has a trust score. If you deliver on time 6 hours before late, it has a trust score. If you get a review, private review, buyer now come back. Oh, that one has higher trust score. We call it repeated client or returning buyer. I'm now coming. I'm coming to that aspect too. Just understand how this thing work. When you search for a gig, you don't log in, you don't sign up, you see that gig, forget about it. You are going to see the way it is engineered, everything is going to show. But if you create account with them on that same IP, forget about it, you are deceiving yourself. But if it is something different, now you will now know that this is the right page I am. Now, this is now what I want you guys to understand. I want you to understand A to Z of how these things work. Because most times, what you always think is that, I did this, I did that, without minding what to come. I've reached a top-rated seller on an account, they disable it, and I have to I have to test them multiple times. In fact, they schedule a Zoom call for me. After scheduling a Zoom call, it's not easy before they schedule a Zoom call. I request it. I did a lot of message contact. I'm a top rated. I've completed more than 250 projects. This is so amount I've make with you. Why will you disable me? Do you know one thing that happens? They said they now show me the proof of an activities I did. I will not tell you that happens 7 months ago. 7 months ago. That is when they detect. If you don't understand how this thing works, let me tell you something. Everything will just be like it's going to be hard. It's going to be very difficult for you. You don't need review. You still need review. You can create some gig, especially in low competitive. Once your gig is okay, everything is okay. Forget about it. Buyer will come. Though I don't guarantee if they will order, maybe the way you reply or that buyer wants someone that has experience with review, it matters. Some buyers care about that. But if it's about normal chatting and place order, forget it, you will get the message. If you follow all these things. Now, we have a 6 layers of identity. I want you to understand that we have 6 layers of online identity. Most times when people come to you as a stranger, you know, from their language, you know that this is Yoruba tribe, this is Igbo tribe, this is Hausa tribe, this is Fulani tribe. The way they look, everybody knows that Fulani are not always chubby, especially their male guys. You are going to know. Even from the dressing, you will know if this person is someone I can be relating with or not. Now, same thing also happens. The first layers of online identity that all these platforms like Fiverr they know is called your network. Now, when we are talking about your network is your IP address. Whenever you buy MTNC, they give you an IP. When you buy an Airtel, they give you IP. When you buy Etisalat, they give you an IP. We call them ISP, Internet Service Provider or Carrier Account. Yes, we call them Carrier Account, Network Path, DNS Resolver, Geographic Origin. Now, let me now tell you, some people, they always say, what about Starlink? We are using Starlink in our office. We are using Starlink here. Why can't we be using Starlink too? Let me tell you this. In as much as the internet service provider you are using give you one IP, it is only meant for one person. Starlink, the difference between Starlink and all this MTN is that the network is very fast. The speed, That is the difference. Forget about maybe it's different because of the price. Just forget about it. Your network is the first thing that they dictate. How do they dictate your network? It is through IP reputation lookup. You know that I gave you guys one website called scamalytics.com sometimes ago. For this scamalytics.com, what does it do? It shows your fraud score. Why is it showing fraud score when you are not a fraudster? It doesn't matter you are a fraudster. But the more you are using that IP, let me tell you something. We call something relay fingerprint. The way internet is built is different from how you guys think about it. Do you know that whenever you are when you are on Facebook, Google has access to your data. I want you to understand that. There are some websites like that too that Fiverr also has access to, especially all any website that you go that has something like Fiverr AdSense, that is even giving Fiverr backlinks. When we are talking about backlinks, it's giving Fiverr a traffic. Go and click on it. When you click something there, it takes you to Fiverr. Yes. And why is that website doing that too? The website is also doing that to build its own domain authority score. The more it's giving relevant big website like that, it's also going to have some domain rating. Now, this is Scamalytics now. This IP we are using is a new MTN SIM. And I will now tell you the first score. It's going to show you guys the first score. Why is it very high risk? That's where we are going. Some of you will say, I buy a new SIM and they did not approve the account with the strategy. They will never approve it. This country, we are done for. I want you to understand that the way they are treating everybody here in this country, they know that we are not as that, let me say, technology advanced. Do you know that all our internet service provider, they even duplicate IP for people? You will have different SIM card, you will have different phone number. Will you believe that? Will you believe that you will still have same IP? Because why? The cloud server here is not much. Let me tell you something. This whole Nigerian, I can tell you, the cloud server that is managing all this MTN, Airtel, internet service provider that they have here is not up to 10. I'm telling you the fact. That's why if you buy a proxy of Ilorin, you will still see that it later changed to Ibadan. Yes, we are coming back to that. We are not talking about cloud computing today. Just imagine new SIM. Imagine the fraud risk. It has never been used on Fiverr before. It has never been used. See, it's just that the blacklisted is false. It's not blacklisted. Now, let's now come back here. This is what I want you guys to understand now. Your network, we are not safe. Just accept that. Our network is not safe. Another thing I want you to understand is device hardware. Now, let us say you buy a new data SIM, you are very sharp. Your device hardware, which is your PC, your CPU type, your GPU model, your motherboard, drive serials, MAC address. I explained something related to that. Just imagine. You have same device hardware, you have same device, you have same thing. You are using it for multiple accounts. You are already detected. Another thing I want you to understand is called browser or OS fingerprint. Let me call it browser fingerprint. What is browser fingerprint? We have different kind of browser. We have Chrome, we have Brave. But let me tell you something. The way the websites, the receiving website, let me say Fiverr, the way they receive it is also they have the identity of your browser. If it's a Brave, they know how it looks like. If the device memory, the installed font, you can see the font on this Brave, everything is there. Even if you create another profile for maybe one of your team member, e still carry same DNA. You can see that the security is very tighter. Another thing I want you to understand is account or identity data, you can still bypass that one. Account or identity data, you can still bypass it. Why? Your name, your email, your document, your phone number, your KYC. You can, you are very smart. And some people, if the name they use is George Chioma at gmail.com on one account, they will still use George Chioma 20 on another account. That means we are not wise. Now, the payment method. Actually, most sellers' accounts, we don't use it for buying. And that's why they are dictating your buying account to linking one paper to different buying accounts, linking same card to one to different accounts. You are dictated. And another thing is your behavior. This is where I want you to understand your behavior really matters. These people, they detect your behavior. Some people, their usual way of creating account, just set this up. Once they set it up on this, on that, the way they create their gig. If you can remember some years, let's say 2 years when Fiverr security is getting tighter, like they firstly start disapproving accounts. Everybody is using Tinder dating app to live the account as first gig. Immediately you do that, they already know who you are. Either the you pass the either you pass the account eligibility status, you got it approved, suffer from algorithm, or they disable the two, they reject you guys. Now, this is not what I want you now to understand about the tier security. Why you should not underrate these people. We have tier one security platform. Tier one security platform, they are your blog news. All you need is just to clear your cache and cookies. You start again. They don't really care about you. We have a tier two. They are like all this Depop, OfferUp, Macari Vinted, all those websites too. They are not as that stronger. Just connect with VPN. Once you use your VPN like this, everything is working. Now, tier three platform, that is where Fiverr. Oh my god, all these people, they are very crazy. That's why you will see that Facebook, Google ad, Facebook ad, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all our social media platform like Fiverr, Upwork, Airbnb, the way they behave, people always have problem with them. They disable me, they do this, they do that because they belong to tier three. We have tier four. Most of your bank, that's why it is very difficult to hack a bank. That's the tier four. And we also have tier five, government service, like US, IRS, uh, in school, in most Nigerian school, we call something NRCD. Yes, they have all those one. They have a top security upgrade. In fact, most times, all these platform, to find a loopholes in them, that means there must be a work of insider. That's why platform like Fiverr, all those platform like all those platform, tier three platform like Fiverr, Google, Amazon, eBay, there is a loophole. I'm telling you, in one way or the other, there will be a loophole. Changing number, using foreign number, foreign account when you want to withdraw, you change it to another number, is a loophole. Because if I'm the engineer, this is what I'm going to do. Don't let me tell you guys. Don't let me tell you guys. Now, you can understand how they work, how these people, they don't joke. All the strategy is no longer working. It's only working for account approval. I'm telling you, for you to know that your strategy is not working, create accounts, find a gig, find a niche that there is 30 people there, even just 30 people. You will not see that your impression will still not move. In fact, some of you, that 30 people that is there, you are going to be on the last page. Despite the fact you have a weak and less competitor. I want you to understand that. For the behavior, your mouse movement, your typing pattern, your scroll behavior, the way you scroll your PC, it is always same thing when creating the account, when doing other stuff. Now, this is not where we are now going. Some people say they use VPN. Let me tell you, VPN is good, but not for tier three platform. Tier three platform, they already do that. Do you know that We call aviation industry. What do we call? We call something aviation. Aviation industry. And bypassing industry. We have aviation industry and bypassing industry. Do you know that all these industries, they really pay them? In fact, they said they make like, I think they said they make like $50 million of a thing. Yes, I think they make like $50 million every year. Yes, all those platforms. Yes, I think they make something like that every year, because all big platform, yes, all big platforms, they pay for them. They pay to detection vendors. Why is Fiverr getting ad every day? Most of us already knows that that we there's been a time that everything is simpler. You can use even one time code to receive code like 5 times. That's why Fiverr now shift everything to WhatsApp, receiving code on WhatsApp. Even some buying account now is now taking phone number. Why? They paid 50 million plus to detection vendors like Swift Further, Fingerprint JS, Arcos Data Dome. Now, let me now tell you something. Let me now tell you something. Most especially this idiot of Swift. They have most extension you are using. Ghost Tree. This platform, in fact, this online space is very, very funny, guys. Detection vendors, detection vendors, they will create extension for you that most of you guys will think like is a fingerprint prevention. It protects me for this, for that. They are the one that create it. They already knows everything. They want you to just fall into the pit, into the games that they create. That's why detection vendors, they always work with all they always collaborate, and they collaborate across every industry. Yes, across every business. Even Amazon has their own detection vendors that they dictate what are the loopholes, what are people doing. Okay, let's do it like this, let's do it like that. There's been a time, I will not mention the name of that platform. If you get a code from them, one time code from them on Fiverr, forget about it, you are gone. The account is not going to be approved. Now, let me now explain something. This training, is it illegal? It's not illegal. Because most users at times need privacy. I want you to understand that, so that you not think, we have some people that will be thinking maybe everything here, maybe there are some illegal things. It is not illegal, it is online. But putting them all together is from our own effort. It's my own effort to put things together for you guys, to let you guys understand something. How do you now get started? To stay safe 100%. The first thing you need is a new PC, new laptop. If you cannot afford to buy a new laptop, format your old laptop. Let me write step by step here so that you guys can really understand many things. Let me put step by step here. The first thing, step by step, let me put the headings. Let me change the headings here to like H1 so that you guys can really understand me. Now, number one step that you need to know is that number one step is that you need a new PC. New PC. And I want you guys to understand something. You will notice that most times we are not as that active. We are conducting many research, doing a lot of experiments. We use money, we use everything. At times we lost many money, we wasted times, we wasted effort. So it is not an easy work. Let me tell you the fact. It's not an easy work, but everything I'm training you on is 100% tested and it is working. In fact, this account that I'm showing you has got the first order. This account here has got first order. Now, new PC, or you format your PC, or you what? You format your PC. That's what you need to do. You format your PC. To format your PC is not hard. Just get a legit window. You can download it from Microsoft, install it. You put it on your flash drive, you press F1, and you do that thing. You can give it to an engineer to. Second thing now, let me now tell you something. Second thing is like you get a new Wi-Fi. You get a new Wi-Fi. Now, why are you buying a new Wi-Fi? Don't use phone. Get a new Wi-Fi. Why are you buying a new Wi-Fi? Wi-Fi also has its own MAC. It has its own MAC. That is just the fact. It has its own MAC. It has 100%. It has its own MAC. If you have used it for an existing fiber before, just know that there's going to be a problem because it has its own MAC. It must be totally different now this time around. Another alternate option, or this is what you need to do. If you want to still use your existing Wi-Fi, you are going to go and get something called USB Wi-Fi adapter. USB Wi-Fi adapter. Now, there are some days in Nigerian, let me say, dated back to like 14 years to 18 years ago, I could remember. There are some PC that there's nothing like driver is working on them. You cannot use Wi-Fi and Bluetooth until you buy the USB Bluetooth or USB Wi-Fi adapter, you put it in your USB port. That is when Wi-Fi and Bluetooth can start working. But your own PC has it. But why are you still buying it? Because you cannot afford the new Wi-Fi. So you have to buy this USB Wi-Fi adapter. Immediately you plug in that your USB Wi-Fi adapter. It's going to route. It's going to route your old Wi-Fi to that USB Wi-Fi adapter with its own MAC address changer because USB Wi-Fi adapter always has its own MAC. It always has its own MAC address. It always has it. So is it that you buy a new Wi-Fi or USB Wi-Fi adapter? The third thing is to get a new data SIM. Register new data SIM just like the one we are using here. Register new data SIM. And another thing you need to do is that after getting that, just don't risk anything. Get a residential proxy. It is very, very important. Residential proxy is very, very important. Don't share it. You can get it on IP Royal because they do have Nigerian and some other countries IP. After you now get your residential proxy, you check it on Scamalytics. After connecting the proxy, you check it on Scamalytics to confirm the fraud score. If the fraud score is above 10, make sure you get the one that it is not up to that. What do you now need to do is that if now this is not the problem, you know that I said you should get a new PC or format your PC. If you get a new PC and don't get a PC from people, let me tell you the facts. Don't get a PC from dealer that is working with people in your business. Why? Sometimes rejected PC that is returned to except that vendor don't take PC, except that vendor don't accept a returned PC. I'm telling you the facts. Sometimes some people use their, some people know how to use PC very neat. They sold it to those vendors at cheaper price. They sell it to another person as new one after formatting it. If they format your PC, your MAC address changer is not going to change. I'm telling you, the MAC address is not going to change. Your MAC address, just forget about it. Your MAC address is always going to be one MAC address. Now, if you get a new PC from trusted somebody, it's fine. But if you get a PC from those vendors, you don't trust them, or you format your PC, you are going to need this thing on this number 5 called Technetium MAC address changer. It is called Technetium MAC address changer. Just know that MAC address changer. You will need this. You will need Technetium MAC address changer. just to change the MAC address of that PC anytime you are working, but you have to always make sure anytime you are working, the MAC address changer is always on and connected. Now, what do you now need next? You now need anti-detect browser. Anti-detect browser. There are a lot of anti-detect browser out there, but do you know one thing? I've made a lot of research about them. Some of them brag mouth. All this go login, multi-login, the anti-detect browser. But let me tell you something. Google still has access to some of their privacy. There are still some leak. But there is one I 100% recommend. For it is free for one user. In fact, I recommend one user per one PC because it's going to be stressful. Let's say on anti-detect browser, you can have a multiple account, but anytime you want to connect to this account, you need to change you need to change the Wi-Fi, you need to change the connections to another Wi-Fi that has new data SIM, another new data SIM. You change your technical MAC address changer and or you use another USB Wi-Fi adapter, it's going to be very stressful. Let me tell you the fact, just have it at the back of your mind. Regardless of any strategy you have, you can have multiple accounts, but not on one same thing, on one same device, on one same address. Even if you have different PC, but you have one same Wi-Fi connection, you have a problem. You're already detected. The secret is that either you be buying a cheap PC for running the accounts, but it's going to be for one user. Now, after a lot of research, we confirm this browser called Wade X browser. Wade X browser. This one is made by Russia, but and you know that Russian people they don't agree for West. They know they agree for the West, so there is always a problem. They always give those guys problem. They don't want to work. They don't sell data. They don't leak data. Go and confirm that. Go and confirm anything made by Russia. They don't agree with Google. They don't work with Google. Now, this is not what you now need to do. This is a Wade X browser. All this thing is not perfect. You are free to go. You are 100% free to go. And immediately you go to Fiverr, you are going to see that some things really change. Now, because I don't want you to be spending on this anti-detect Wedex browser, at times there's a premium, but you don't need that. So, what you need to do is that let's go and install something. Just go to Google like this. I always download my Wedex browser from Word.net. Yes, they co-host together. You know, those guys, they are working together. So this is what you need to do here. Just imagine, uh, you need to click here at the top here, Wedex browser. So you download it there. I already have it. So you just click on download. Just leave it like that. Another thing you need is Technetium MAC address changer. Just search it here. Technetium MAC address changer. Just put download like you want to download it. So just click here. Technetium MAC address changer. You click here like this. Download. Go to the official website. Now let me now tell you one secret of this Technetium. Why it is dangerous. If somebody copy your MAC address, let's say your PC MAC address, original MAC address, and that person now go and use it for something else. If they track, they are going to pick you because you hold the MAC address. Sometimes when you go to some other website to download this thing, they always impute some malware that they can extract your data. Just do it as I do it. Now click on download now and click on direct download. Direct download is okay. So I'm not going to download. You can see that I already have it. Now you have those two things ready, your new Wi-Fi or you get your USB Wi-Fi adapter. If you cannot buy a new Wi-Fi, get a new SIM. There's nothing you can do about that. Just make sure you get a new SIM. Now, this is not where we are now going. Let's start installation. The first one is Technetium. I've already installed it. It's not hard at all. After installing everything, just click OK and click yes. Now click on open. I will open this TMAC. This is technical MAC address changer. You can see here now, it shows made in India. Those guys are very talented. After connecting your Wi-Fi, see what I'm showing you guys. So just see what I'm showing you. This is original MAC address. You see something here? Original MAC address. That is your PC MAC address. And this is the active MAC address. That means this one is working. You see? This is the original MAC address of this PC. But why am I still using this MAC address? Because this PC has been used for Fiverr before. We formatted it. Yes, that is what we do. We formatted it. Now, click here. You see something here called random MAC address. Click it here. You see something here. But for me, I don't always like the first one or second one. So, as much as you can change it, you see this books automation, anyone. Now, click on change now. Do you understand now? The reason why it's very dangerous for you to be using multiple accounts is that at times, maybe you forgot. You now use this same MAC address for another account. Maybe on that same account, maybe you perfect everything, you change the policy, you change this, you change that, and you think you are perfect. This thing is going to link the two together like same MAC address. So you guys, you think you are smart. The algorithm is going to catch you. Now, click on change now. You can see that we click on change now. It said MAC address was changed successfully. Now check the up here. You see something called yes. This active MAC address here already changed. You can see that it's already changed. We have passed that one. Now, coming back to Wedex, we have to install the Wedex. You open Wedex like this. You open Wedex like this. And on Wedex, you have to create your Wedex account. You have to log in. That's why I love them. You can make use of your email. You can make use of password. So that anytime maybe you travel abroad, you travel anywhere, all you just need is to download that Wedex again, your same Wi-Fi, this and that. You log in. You are going to have access to that your browser. Those are the advantages. Now, I want to log in now. I need to pause the video. So, guys, I created the Wedex account. Already created. You can see something called get started here. And now let me now tell you something. At times this Wedex might try to whine you. You just see that you are trying to log in, it's not going. It do happens at times, but don't worry, don't panic. No panic at all. So this is what we need to do. Let's keep this. We want to create something. We are not buying proxies from you. What do you need to firstly do is that create a new profile. So when we are creating a new profile, you see already created. You see that the proxy is direct. We are going to change everything. Just click here, option here, edit profile. We want to edit everything. We want to configure everything. And now, why are we using this browser? I explained something before, like I explained to you guys, like on something called hardware. I explained the behavior, your hardware. Why? Wedex browser will give you opportunity. If you want Fiverr to see that your PC, if you want them to see that your browser, your PC is an Apple, we can configure it like that. If we want them to see that we are using 16 gig RAM, we can do it like that. If if we want Fiverr to see that we are using 4 gig RAM, you can configure everything, unlike your normal PC, unlike your normal PC, that everything cannot be changed. Not everything can be altered, or everything can be changed. But for the anti-dictate browser, everything can be customized. Now, what do we need to understand here is that let's change the name. I want to change the name to Asherere. Yes, let me change the name Asherere. I'm okay with that. You can put any description. Now, for your proxy, it depends on the proxy you get. But let me use for my own proxy, it is HTTP. I provide it over SOX 5. Now, I'm going to pause this video. I'm going to get my proxy. So, guys, my proxy is there. Now, the next thing we are going to do, you can see we have power to do anything we want. We have power to change everything we want. You can see here. So everything is auto. You see, if I want to modify something here now, the time here. Now, let me now tell you the facts. For this time, let's say it is foreign account. You have to change this time zone. You have to change it. If you are using USA account, make sure you change the time zone to USA. But for this one, it's Africa already. And if you want your language, in Nigeria, we speak English. If you are creating Italy account, you change the language to Italy so that they will know that the traffic, you're already coming from Italy. Now, let me put it for auto again. So, guys, it's now on auto. Now, let me now show you something here. You can see that the web RTC, it shows adaptive, fake, not at all. Leave it for adaptive. DNS is auto. Just leave it like that. Now, this is not what you need to do here. You have to scroll down here like this. If you have something, maybe an extension, auto refresher extension, you can add it from scratch here. Just search for auto refresher because on this anti-dictate, you can't add extension just like the way you do other things because hey, everything they ensure everything is safe and you are not going to add all these ghostry, you don't need them again now. So auto refresh. So we can use this one or let me check. I think I have one that I do use. Uh, uh, Reload. Let me check if it's there again. And if it's not there, and if you want to import the extension too, no problem. So auto reloader. So let me use this one. Let me save it. So it's already there. Now let me now show you the fingerprint. Is very very important. Now if you know that this one gray out, I think for this one now, let's say I want Fiverr to be seeing me like I'm using tab. I can configure it like that. If I want them to be seeing this as desktop, I can configure it like that. But you see that it's gray out because we are using a free version. So they don't give us every opportunity. Now, let's come back to our window. You can see here now, if you want it to be an Apple Intel, you can make use of it. If you want it to be an Apple Silicon, like you know that the operating system is Apple Silicon. But in case of multiple accounts, if you let's say we create window for another account, we can make use of Apple. But me, I don't recommend operating multiple accounts on any one single PC again. There's no way you can be perfect. So we are taking window 11. Now, let me now show you something. Click here to change your browser. Normally, we're supposed to have our brief. It's gray out because we don't, we are not paying, we are using the free version. But don't worry, the free version too, it's working perfectly. Click 148. Now, for the desktop, 1920 by 1080 is okay for the desktop because if you choose another desktop size, the way it's going to show here is also going to change. But don't worry, if you like, you can change it. And for the HD graphics, you know that we have the HD graphics 630, we have AMD, we have NVIDIA. But most of these free one here, they are outdated. Just imagine GeForce GT 620. You can see all those ones. So you can see that we have our you can see the radiant graphics too. You can see the all. So for me, the Intel is normal 10. Intel 630, Intel 630 is okay for us. But if you want to be paying them monthly like $50, I think $30, $50, you can even choose some NVIDIA GTX. You are going to see them there. So 630 is okay. Now, for this, we have 16 gig RAM, 32 gig RAM, 48 gig RAM. So if you want, uh, you can change it to 16 gig RAM. Actually, it has nothing to do with your work. But on Fiverr, we know that this user PC is usable. Me, I prefer 16 gig RAM because it is more realistic. 16 gig RAM is very common than 32 gig RAM. Now, here too, we have a number of cores. So for the numbers of cores here, I prefer, you know that we do have Core i7, Core i12. Core i7 is something very common here to me in Africa. I'm going to pick Core i7, and this is font family. You can change the font if you want your font. But I want you to understand something. Don't just be picking anything anyhow. Why? Let me tell you something. There are some traps. They know that for example, if you click Lucida handwriting, they know that window don't always come to Lucida handwriting. They know. So we are trying to make sure everything is 100% secure. They know that window don't take Lucida. How does your home window take Lucida? You can see that there's going to be a problem. For your canvas, don't use direct. If you choose direct, that means the one of your normal PC is going to show. Everything here is perfect. I'm telling you, everything here is 100% perfect. Now, for this one too, if you want to save password, but me, I don't need memory saver because I don't want to be building cache and cookies. And aside of Fiverr, do you know that you can also use you can also use this thing. You can also use this thing for all these survey website. You know, those ones too, they are very crazy. All those survey websites too, you can use it for them. Now, I want you to understand something. Why am I thinking like in Nigerian this is common, is not common? We call something internal consistency. Just imagine you pick 32 gig RAM and low end GPU. Just imagine the GPU here. You now all this one they are old. Yes, they are somehow old. You are now using something that is old. There is no consistency. They will know that, oh, this one is doing something that is not what that is not realistic. When you are getting your proxy, just make sure you are getting a residential proxy. It is very, very important. And another thing, don't log in. Don't log in the Gmail. You don't need to log in the Gmail at any cost. Don't log in the Gmail. Now you now click on save. Our Technitium is already running in the background. Anytime you want to use it, for me, what I always do is that I will make sure my Technitium, I always get my Technitium done. Now, what are we now going to do here now? Our browser, everything is ready. The first thing you need to do is that click on this. You want to run it. It's going to run like a browser. You are going to see it now. It's going to run like a browser. We want to create our Fiverr account. That is what we want to do. This is how it's going to look like, you know. Now, let's say we firstly go to Scamalytics. We want to check the fraud score on the Scamalytics. We want to check our fraud score on Scamalytics. This is what we are going to do. I don't want this. I always reject cache and cookies. So this is Scamalytics here. Let's check this IP. Let's check this IP here. And let's see the fraud score. You can see that the fraud score is 67. That means I'm going to change the IP. You know, I told you it must not be more than, it must not be more than 10. So I'm going to change this. Let me pause the video. So let's run it again. So I change the proxy. That's why you have to be confirming from Scamalytics when you are working. Just confirm from them so that you will not be a victim. Now, so let's check again Scamalytics. We are Scamalytics here. You can see because we changed the IP. That's why it shows. That's why it shows this. So let's check now. Actually, this one is supposed to be 100. I mean, it's supposed to be very low because the new one. So let's do this. Let's satisfy them. So, catch it. Let's go. Don't delay us. The motorcycle. Yeah, cars. So let's verify. Let's check again. Crosswalk. Maybe they detect something concerning the IP. Yeah, they have to be extra careful because everything appear as something new. Yeah, I just want to show you guys how this thing is working. But don't worry, this is what I'm going to do. If this one is not going, because I don't want all this headache. I've already checked. Uh, if it is not working, I will go and check it somewhere else, and we can proceed. So already loaded. Let's go. Okay. So let's click Analytics here. Let's scroll here. Yeah. The fourth rows is also 70. So don't worry, guys. Let me go and pick the one that I'm going to use. That is not going to stress me. Yeah. So guys, let's continue here. What do we need to firstly need to do is that we can go to our fiverr.com now. So we have to go to fiverr.com. As a first time user, the IP is clean, everything is clean. So everything will appear new to them. Yeah. So what do we need to do? We want to sign in and start working with them. The proxy, everything is working. Technician is also working. So allow access. So we are waiting for it to fully loaded. Our behavior must be different. We are new. user. We have never come to Fiverr before. We have never come there to work. So we have to make sure we perfect everything. So let's wait. You can scroll. You can scroll down. Let your behavior be different. Make sure you be a good guy, innocent guy that has never come to Fiverr before. Oh, discover expert source. That is what they want. Let me take my coffee. AI director. Make sure you do it too. Don't skip video because you will be skipping videos. Yeah, so guys, we are watching.
Access to freelance talent we need to scale our business. We started using Fiverr just for logos, but we've since
Just make
outsourced
sure this
tasks for so many other services. As a result, we successfully
that's the
attracted new
important user.
independent eye care retail stores who are eager to stock our products.
I know we
Very
would not be
good guys.
sitting here if it
Do not
wasn't for the
skip video.
freelancers that we worked with on Fiverr.
So everything is done. Let's play it again.
Who knew Fiverr was going to be another division of our company? Fiverr helped us to
Yes.
access to freelance talent we need to scale our business. We started using Fiverr just for
Video must
logos,
be
but we've since
20.
outsourced tasks for so
Don't
many
just
other
do it
services.
automatically.
As a result, we
Don't just
successfully
do it
attracted new
short.
independent eye care retail stores
I want you
who
to
are
hear that,
eager to stock our
guys.
products.
I know we would not be
Want you
sitting
to hear
here
that.
if it wasn't for the freelancers that we worked with on Fiverr.
So now we can now click on join. We want to join. So I'm going to enter my. I'm going to sign up with the email here, but I'm not going to show you guys. Don't worry, you're still going to know about this account, but it's not meant for me. So guys, you don't copy paste things, you have to type it out. So this is my email here. Now, when you are choosing name, make sure you choose something that doesn't really make sense. Just imagine what you are using it. Asheremachebi. Yes, that is the email. We are not even using our all this good luck, all those ones. We don't really know that do that. So make sure you change the format uh, of how you create your password. But I'm going to pause this video. I don't want you guys to see the password, but I will give you the inspo how you can do it. Mm, internet. So let me save this. Now the username. Your username can be something special, but for me, I prefer from the username Asray. If somebody, some people might be bearing that name, but I always want something that they can call at once. Uh, uh, let me use uh, Asray. Asray. Let me use that. Let me use that. Um, let me use this Asray. I can choose something like this. Asha, Asray, As, As, Asabi 2012. Let me use 12, something like that. As by 12. Let me use that. So let me get the code here. So let me get the code there. So let's check if they are going to send us codes. Now, at times when you send the code, you might not receive it immediately. So this is now what you now do. Click on resend code. That's what you have to do. Click on the send code. Yes, you can see it now. 111664. So 111664. That means we are good to go and we are very cool to go. Now just make sure you are protected. The picture you are going to use, make sure everything is good. The picture, make sure it is not someone else's picture. If it's going to be someone else's picture, make sure you search deeply so that it's not something they have used before or something another user are liable to use. So you click on the two, you are a client, you are also a freelancer, you are the two. What do you use it for? Secondary business and primary job is good like that. Um, you can pick these two, but not necessarily just the two. So 11 to 50 is good like that. So to start a project or a specific service, so let's use the two. Now, but always make sure you are not rushing. As usual, you will just be clicking next and skip. That's your normal thing. So you click on next like that. After doing this, we want to set up this account and it's going to be approved. I said this video is going to be long, but I'm telling you the fact, just make sure you watch it. So we want our Fiverr plan stay on Fiverr. That's what we need. Let's click here, confirm email. So we have to refresh. No shortcuts, just refresh here. Now, this is what next for us to do. Now, this is what next. We want to become a seller. Let's come here. We want to become a seller. But I want to tell you something. At times, when you are going for high competitive niche, if you don't want to stress yourself by creating a dummy gig, just wait for 5 or more days to create that gig. But for me, I always make sure I create the dummy gig, I create everything all together. So become a seller. I'm okay with this. Become a seller. Make sure everything is always fully loaded before you proceed because the time you spend on each pages is being recorded. Like I said, the goal is not just to pass the eligibility status, the goal is to pass the status and also get rank, get order. Make sure you scroll down small, small. Just make sure you are scrolling down. You scroll down like this, you go down, 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 down. So, if there is need for you to check next, just make sure you are doing that. Because you're a new user, you are not familiar with the platform, you are not familiar with anything, you know. We don't know anything, we don't even know what Fiverr is all about, we don't know anything at all. So, guys, let's get started. Now, this is what we are going to do now. Create your profile. That's first thing we have to do. So here they said upload your experience. We don't have any experience. We have to do something manually. We have to do something manually. So let's say we go back. I said let this thing always load. If it's not loading completely, you don't have any issue. But I'm telling you something. These people, they are engineering. The way they engineer their platform, they are highly developed. They know that they don't forgive people. They know that they don't approved. It hard. Actually, there is a way you can get it rotated, but on one condition. Once the IP is clean, everything is okay. They know that people are coming back. They know that their banned sellers are coming back. So, since we don't know about this platform, so guys, let's continue. Do we know about it? We don't know about it. So, let's continue. Now, the first thing is to add the picture. That is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to add the picture, the display name. Now, let me now add the display name. As our name indicated, Asherereso, I would prefer the display name to be Ashre. I can change this thing later. Just know that Uh, Ashray. Let me just look for me name that is very common. I think Chloe is very common there. Let me just use Chloe. Uh, Chloe or Mary or a name in the Bible. You can just use Christian name or any Muslim name or any name you want. But let me say, I choose. Let me choose. What name should I use? I think Anna is good. Anna. Anna is good. Anna. Asha. Anna is good. So now, this is what I want you to understand. Okay, let's use Anna. Anna is good. Now, the title, leave it like that. We are coming back there. Let's now create about us. This is now where the work is. Your about us is going to be something that doesn't have sense, but the English has to be correct. Now, let's get started. So, about us can be, it can be, you can just search like this. Don't use same thing I'm using. I'm just trying to train you. If you use same thing, they will still not approve your account because they are going to approve this account. Now, so making making uh uh making or let's start with personalize. Don't use what is going to cause problem like British or American English. Making because they know that you are first user, you might not know how to do some things very well, so you don't have any problem with them. Making individual individual line for the pattern for the original pattern. It's correct English, but does this make sense for the original pattern and deep will deep you for the character production and for the I said don't copy paste anything. Don't copy paste anything. Making individual line for the original pattern and DP for character production, waves for character production, introduce frustration, waves, waves and uh, production for character production, waves and background. Just imagine. Does this make sense at all? No, it doesn't make sense at all. Waves and background. The whole input, the whole input match the tags under match the tags. So we are just trying to make things better. Making individual line for the whole input match, our brain, the way it is made, things must be correct. The whole input match the tags, it match the tags, woven, woven and the edges. So you have to continue the paragraph. Woven and the edges. The output covers the whole process and shows shows the top and bottom designed and shows the top and bottom designs. So everything good like this. Now for the title here, this is what you need to do here. So this is what you need to do here. Pattern, pattern for character, pattern for character edges. You can see it match. We are going to be picking from here and there. So skills and expertise, you need to make sure for something that is different. You know, I search for edges, it shows solid edges. I don't need that. So hole, just let's search for the hole. If there is something about hole, it's going to show us HOLE. So there's nothing like that. So let's check if there is, and if there is nothing like that. So if it's going to show something auto suggestion, so nothing is showing. Let's search for the tags. Yes, you can see tag cloud. The service is not common. Oh, we are good with that. I'm going to add the pictures later, don't worry. So the work experience, it is not optional. Yeah, so this is what we are going to do. Tags edge. Tags edge for whole process. For whole process. Employment type is freelance. Company name, just search for any company name that has tag. Maybe if we are going to see some, yes, good tag. Wow. So we can pick something here. When do we start working with them? We start working with them since January. Let's choose last year. Last year, November 12th uh, to today. Let's pick on the 5. On the 5 is okay like that. So, so what is our job description? This is what we need to do. The tags edge for the show and the whole process of the character background. You see that the English, you make sure the English correct, but it doesn't make sense. Just like uh, you are just creating something. I'm not. You can say I'm taking it from my own end. So the input reflects what output should be. The woven lines match the patterns and accuracy of all properties. So the skills, just search for tag 2. If we can find tag line there, so tag cloud is there. So guys, so let's scroll down. Accessory manufacturing, tag cloud, everything is good. So for the education, why it's not saving? Why? Oh my god. We have to start again. Let me check. Let me refresh. Maybe it's saved or it's not just showing. Let me refresh. Let me refresh. Uh, Let me refresh. Maybe something is wrong somewhere. Yeah, let's check. You know, the browser, everything we are using is different. I'm going to show you something when we reach description. Whenever you want to paste with Ctrl Shift V, instead of it to paste once and for all, it's going to be pasting like you are typing one by one. So complete profile manually. Let's check if this thing shows. Oh my god, now same thing. But no problem. We have to try again. This is so tags edge for whole process. So employment type, we are a freelancer. Company name, just search for tags, something like that. So tag UI is okay. So our start date, that was last year. Yes, it's true. Our start date, uh, that is, and we stop working on the two. So let's try it again. The tag shows the whole edge properties and line woven of the pattern designs. The character background, you can see that I'm writing something else. The character background covers the input line and output, cover the input line and output edge of character of character. Well, we cannot use character again. Shows the role of the array array composition of the, you can just use anything, of the blending of the blend, the hue and line mark every direction. Let me copy this at least. So tag, you can use the tag cloud here as it says. So let's go, let's add this. Yeah, no problem with this. So for the education stream, let's add it. We are from Nigeria. Which country? Nigeria. That's where we are from. So the school in Nigeria, we can just choose Amrus Amrus Tag Institute. We have certificates. Yes, we have certificates in, so you can just choose embroidery pattern. So embroidery pattern, when we graduate 2024, so we have to add it. You see that we are spending much time on this way. That is what they want. Add certification. So certificates, you are going to change all these things after your first gig. We are creating dummy gig now, and after the first gig, after 40 hours, you change things to normal thing, normal way. Certificate in tags, certificate in tag edge, received from Amros, year received 2024. So we have to add this. We will receive it or we don't receive it. We receive it. So we have everything set. Just imagine. Now, I want to do this too. I want to add this too. So this is what we are going to do. I want to add my language. So the language is English. Since that is our official language here, so we have to, are we fluent? Yes, we are fluent. Add language. So the next thing we need to do now is that the next thing is to add this picture. So we click next. Do you work? Yes, we work independently. Or are you a part of team? Let's click part of team. Personal website we don't have. So create a gig. Let's go and create a gig, guys. So we are going to create our first gig, getting things done, and let's see what's going to happen. You see, we already have 10 over 12. It remains portfolio show all two. So we can also create a portfolio. But how do we create a portfolio? Let's go and create our gig image because this is going to be the title. So for the gig image here, this is what we are going to do. We change the color of the background to something interesting. So for me, I prefer this. I prefer this now. So for the text, this is what we are going to use for the text. So we are going to change it to. Now let's now compare. Let me move this here. So this is what we are going to do. Our about. Let's check as by. Let's check something here about our profile. About our profile here. So let's change this. Let me change this. So pattern for character edits. That's what we are going to put here. Pattern for character edits. So pattern for character edits. So I'm changing this font to something. Opens is good. So let's check opens extra boot. And we change the size. So opens if maybe I should change it to opens black or something. Uh something that makes sense. HK modular. Yes, HK modular. So pattern for character edges. So I'm going to change this to input and output background. I will change this font to something that can be seen clearly. So Poppins is good. Let me choose Poppins black. So this is Poppins black. Yeah, so this one too. We change them to anthem. Input and output background. I will change it to that same Poppins black. So order now. That's what we want to do. So this is order now. Now let's download this here. Download. JPEG is good. So download this. So pattern for character edges. Now save this now. This is now what you now need to do. We want to remove the properties. Right click on it, click on properties, details, remove properties and personal information. So select all. Okay, okay. So we are good to go. So let's continue here. So we want to set up the portfolio too. So this is what we are going to do about the portfolio. So create a new project here. So that's what we are going to do. So tags embroidery. So tell each guy that is the company we work for. Embroidery, clothing, manufacturing. So we are okay with that. Duration 7 to 30 days, $900. No, we can make it like 300. Month we started February 2025. So the tags, you should understand how we create our thing. The tags cover the character process for the moving in input line and background output text line. The whole properties covers individual accuracy, patterns, design, and the edges and the edges. We will style each dotted line for on every fabric. You can see the English is correct, but it doesn't make sense. So let's choose file. This is what we need to do. Download pattern for character edges. So that's what we need to do. So continue. So clothing, embroidery digitizing is okay. So let's publish projects. So here it's now 11/12. We are free to go. So let's click on gigs. We want to create the gig. So for this, now our gig image is pattern character edges. I will do pattern character edges for in for output lines. You see, it doesn't show any category. That means we are good like that. So this is what we need to do. Select a category. Just look for any category that is not common. So personal growth uh, and this. So here is good. Embodied digitizing is good. So pattern, art, CND, CSV, just pick anything, and you can choose any other category. So tote bags, and others. So this is what you do: pattern, character, character, edges, input lines is okay. Before is okay, since we are new, we don't know that we can make use of the whole five. So now, if we are now creating our pricing, it has to be three categories. So this is what we need to do when creating this, because we need to show the difference. So this is what we need to do. Basic here. So you can put uh, four character lines, five. You can make it seven character lines. You can make this one 10 character lines. Now you will now put it here. Four character lines edge. Four character, make it small letter. Four character lines edge for input, text, and all design properties. And all design properties. Now for this one too, seven character, you change it like this. Seven character lines edge, dotted lines fabric. You know there must be some changes, and all design all design properties. So for this one, you can now make it 10 character line. You should just find something, don't use same thing. Dotted lines, reflective, reflective patterns, reflective patterns, eight reflective patterns, coated mask on fabrics, and whole properties, whole design properties, whole design, so whole properties is okay like that. So delivery time 3, 4, 5. Complex shape, so leave revision, no manufacturing and shipping. So leave this one for $40, $55, and $75. So let's proceed, guys. Now let me now show you something very funny. Yeah, let's say let's say I so let's say I want to copy paste something. Let's say I do something like that. It's loading already. We are almost done. Don't get tired, guys. Don't get tired. So let's say I want to copy paste this thing. Do pattern. This is Control C. You know, if I press Control V, it copy. Now let me press Control Shift V. See how it's typing one by one. That's how it's going to be typing it, so that they will know that this so person is not copying anything. So this is what we need to do. I don't want to stress my brain. The tags shows the whole properties of inputs and outputs. You can see that everything match output line edge, The character background covers the whole process and the dotted line mask. Now, I want you to understand something. Just make sure your character, you can see that our about us, even all this portfolio, all those things, it always pass 150 to 180. Dotted line marks the fabrics designed, cutted for every part. Now, we we clearly designed the woven lines with the ratio for each for the individual pattern. Now, while working with us, just imagine our services, just like everything works. Dotted lines, input line edge, output texture lines, mask fabrics, just imagine dotted lines. While working with us, we are making everything real. While working with us, so here, let it be good. So while working with us, uh, let it be small letter here. While working with us, so guys, while working with us, so we can make this one. While working with us, cutted pattern, both input and output edge formats. Client satisfaction and two revisions. Our character process is accurate. Our character process is individual individual recorded. Work with us now. So order now. So it's now this is what we need to do here. FAQ2. You can see everything you do on your head. Just make sure the brain. Do you cut the fabrics? Yes, it is a cutted fabrics. What's the format of your output edge? We provide original DTS, CNC, and FB, no, and PSD format as per the project requirement. Does it make sense? No, but correct English. Now, how many character process? We provide up to 15 character process. If you want more, write to us. Now, 3 is okay. Click on save and continue. So guys, you can make it 3 to 5 is okay. That's for the FAQ. It's okay, but I always make it 4. So let me change it to 4. So you got the habit. Now, uh, do you have do you provide complete mask for the whole pattern? We provide the complete mask fabrics. You can see that everything is natural. Everything we are doing here is what? It's natural. So add the new question. Your character and their properties. So free test, it will have attachments. So add another question. How many dotted patterns? That is free test. Now another thing is save and continue. So this is what we are going to do, guys. This is what we are going to do now. Uh, we have to add our gig image here. So it's okay. We can make it two. So it's okay like that. So let's go and save and continue. Let's go and publish. So this is what we are going to do. It's going to ask us some question here. We are not from USA. We don't have that. So we click on verify now. Fill out your personal and business information. That's where we are going to input the phone number. Just make sure that your phone number, just make sure your phone number, you create WhatsApp for it because they are going to send code. So outside of my primary job or profession is good. That's what you click to avoid unnecessary verification. So verifying the phone number, that is what we are going to do now. So I'm going to input my phone number now. So guys, stay tuned. So guys, we are done with the phone number and the security question. Just make sure you do that. So go to dashboard. So we are trying to, we are not done yet because we are not published the gig. So you click on the gig again because we are trying to, the gig is already in drafts. I'm already. Just make sure you can see that we are doing everything in a way that it is not, it is not something that is very common. It's not something that is common, guys. So let everything load. Let it load so that we can continue. And you can make use of some other thing. It is, don't use what I use. If you use what I use, The account is not going to stay, because they are going to know, they will know that, oh, what is wrong with these people. That's it. So, we are going to click on, we are still on the publishing. So, let's check, let it be fully loaded. So, let's click on save. Don't copy paste anything. Make sure you avoid, make sure you avoid copy paste. Just make sure you do that. And always don't forget outside of your profession. If you take part of your profession, they are going to ask for some verification. They will ask you to verify the account with Nigerian NIN. You can make use of Nigerian NIN. There's no problem with that. Though actually, if it's a US account, I recommend verifying. Yeah, if it is US, but for this one, we are taking our Nigerian account. So, guys, let's declare our status. We are not in USA. No, all our services are performed outside US. All our services are performed outside US, guys. So, everything is loading already. So, let's go back to the publish. Now, so we are publishing the gig. So, we are publishing the gig. Once you click publish, don't click done. Once you click publish, don't click done. Just leave it like that. Check the notification here. You can see that this account is already approved. Now, this account is already approved. We are done with the solid foundations of our account without having issues, without having any problem. There's no problem with this account anymore. Nothing. Then the next step is after 48 hours, we are going to proceed to gig writing. How do you write perfect gig? Actually, this is a premium class not meant for you guys. But I just want to do that for you because most people are facing problems on account creation, their gig not ranking. Other things that we're going to do on this account is going to be on VVRO class. We have a special class if you want to join. You can join that. So this account now, we don't have any issue with that. After creating the first gig, that's when we now need to go back to our profile, change everything back. Don't forget anytime you are working, your technetium must be working. See the graph, everything is working perfectly. So next time when let's say maybe the PC is switch off and you want to work on your technetium, you just need to click on the Wi-Fi only. You don't need to click on change again. Automatically everything is going to change. Now we have our account 100% set up, no shadow ban, nothing, nothing. Even the impression of this account that doesn't have any meaning, that doesn't have sense, is going to be high. And they will never bring verification. They will never, never, never. Just forget about it. We have bypassed verification from this thing. There is no issues concerning verification. So guys, see you on next one. Make sure you share, you like, and you comment. See you next time.